Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Beckerin, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Eustace of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck with
Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. And before we get started with the No Half Step in Hockey coverage, first let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you're good and educated about that show, click on that merchandise tab, take you straight to our classic logo tee and all the different special event gimmicks you've come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, it's all in our online store. It makes no difference to us. We'll sell it. As a matter of fact, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance. This is independent, unaffiliated operation known as the Renegades of Puck. So here's how you can jump in the trenches. Please, if you don't mind, give us a follow on your preferred social media platform. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it certainly doesn't take you any time. Instagram, you can find us there. Also on X, Threads, Facebook, all of those different platforms, we are available, and we sure could use your support right there. It goes a long way to helping out the operation. Please. Also, our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, and we really appreciate our most recent subscribers. Thank you so much for trying to build the channel up. That's where you can find the podcast these days and all of the different content that we are putting out here at the Renegades of Puck production facility known as The Bunker. So please check it out right there on YouTube. If you'd like to support the show financially, well, you can pay off our swear jar, or you can make a donation to our virtual tip jar. It's the same jar. It's over there on the corner of the desk. You can scan that QR code at any time during the episode, or you can go to Venmo and just search Renegades of Puck. Every single dollar goes directly to helping the Renegades of Puck. So please, if you can spare it, we certainly could use a little help as we are building our brand new set here over the next several weeks. Now listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in Hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It's time for operation number 959. That's right, Op 959. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 48 games skated. They have a record of 18, 23, and 7. 43 points has them slim to none for the chances to get into the playoffs, but we'll continue tracking that. 12, 8, and 3 is their home record, and that's where their next game will take place against the Vancouver Canucks. Preds scored 130 goals in the season. They've given up 154 against. Score differential of minus 24. Before we get into the Predators and the Canucks, let's update you on the Central Division standings. The Winnipeg Jets are in first place at 69 points. That's nice. Dallas Stars second place with 63. Minnesota Wild's got 60 points. And then the first team on the outside looking into the automatic qualifying playoff position for the Central Division is the fourth place Colorado Avalanche with 58 points, shaking up their roster in recent days. The first team in the Central to really start making some moves. St. Louis Blues find themselves in fifth place at 50 points. Utah has 49 points in sixth. The Predators find themselves in seventh place with 43. And the Chicago Blackhawks bringing up eighth place at the bottom of the Central Division with 35 points at this moment in time. The Preds next week ahead actually has a couple of starts and stops. Now, the Predators ending this most recent two-game road trip on a late Saturday night in Anaheim will not play again until this game against Vancouver on Wednesday night at home, and then Friday night off to Buffalo, Saturday into Pittsburgh, and then Monday versus Ottawa, the 7th of February at Chicago, and the 8th of February versus Buffalo. So see, the Predators have a couple of days off, then a back-to-back, couple of days off, back-to-back. So it's going to be a very busy run up to the Four Nations face-off break that the Nashville Predators and the NHL will be undergoing coming up here actually pretty soon. Let's talk about the Predators and the Vancouver Canucks. This is the third and final regular season meeting between these two teams. It was back on November the 17th when the Predators defeated the Vancouver Canucks 5-3 in Vancouver. Saros got the victory 24 out of 27. Stamkos scored 2 goals. Yossi, LaRue, and Nyquist chipped in with the other goals. Lankinen went 17 out of 21 for Vancouver, took the loss. Sherwood, Rattay, and Pettersson scored for the Vancouver Canucks. In the game on the 3rd of January, the Predators again in Vancouver, again winning 3-0 this time. Saros 27 saves for the shutout. Stamkos, Nyquist, Sissons get the goals. Lankinen only gives up 1 goal in the game, 16 out of 17, but does take the loss. 2 empty net goals for the Predators. So the Preds so far against the Canucks this season, 2-0. They've taken 4 out of 4 points, and they've outscored the Vancouver Canucks 8-3. The Vancouver Canucks coming into this game, they will have 1 game before playing the Nashville Predators due to the Preds having a couple of days off. The Canucks overall record at this moment is 21-17-10. They have 52 points. They are 5th overall in the Pacific Division. 12-7-4 on the road, though. That's a very good, strong road record for a team that's, been floundering. 135 goals for, 153 goals against, minus 18 goal differential. Now, let's talk about their most recent stretch of 5 completed games. Go back to the 16th of January. It's a 5-1 loss versus LA. On the 18th of January, a 3-2 win versus the Edmonton Oilers. But then following that up on the 21st of January, with a 3-2 loss versus Buffalo. And then a 6-2 loss at Edmonton on the 23rd of January. And on the 25th of January, is a 2-1 win versus Washington Monday night in St. Louis before Wednesday coming to Nashville. Talking about the matchup between these two teams at this moment in time, the Predators' goals for on the season is 2.69. That is 28th in the NHL, while Vancouver at 2.79 is 23rd in the NHL. The goals against category, the Predators are giving up 3.21 per game. That's 25th. The Vancouver Canucks are giving up 3.17. That's 24th. Shots for 30.2 for the Nashville Predators is 5th overall in the NHL. 25.3 for Vancouver is 31st, 1 spot from the bottom of the league. The Predators in the shots against category, 29.2 is 23rd, while the Vancouver Canucks 27.2 shots against per game, top 10 metric right here, number 9 overall. In the special teams scenarios, it is the Predators ahead in both of these particular metrics. 22.1% power play conversion rate is 14th best in the league for the Preds. 31 conversions on 140 opportunities, while Vancouver's at a 21.4% conversion rate, 16th overall in the league, 28 conversions on 131 opportunities. When it comes to the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators 81.9% kill rates, 7th best in the league, once tops in the league, and for quite some time now, all the way down to 7th, 26 power play goals against. The Vancouver Canucks penalty kills killing off 80%, 13th overall, 28 power play goals against on the season. When it comes to individual statistics leaders for each of these teams, let's start with the Nashville Predators. These numbers are complete going into this game because the Predators will not play again until this game. Forsberg, 18 goals, 31 assists, 49 points. Marchessault is at 15 and 23 for 38th. Captain Romeos, he's got 9 goals and 26 assists for 35 points. Steven Stamkos, 17 goals, 16 assists for 33 points. O'Reilly, 14 goals, 14 assists, 28 total points. Over on the Vancouver Canucks side of things, and all of these players typically perform quite well against the Nashville Predators, especially last season and in the playoffs. Hughes, of course, for the Vancouver Canucks, does not get nearly enough attention and headlines across this landscape of this league that he deserves. 14 goals, 40 assists, 54 total points already for Quinn Hughes on the season. Miller is at 8 and 25 for 33. Bossers at 16 and 16 for 32. Garland, 11 goals, 20 assists for 31 points. And Pettersson, 11 and 19 for 30. Of course, this team having all kinds of difficulties. Demko was injured for the majority of the season, now back in net, but a record of 3-5-3 with a 3.47 goals against, averaging a .867 save percentage. He's still working himself back into his standard of shape. He was one of the best last season in the league. Saros, 11, 19, and 6 at 2.88 goals against, average 900 save percentage, 4 shutouts on the season. But I got to tell you, UC Saros is in the tank right now. It is not going well, and the team is quickly losing confidence in him. I would not be surprised if Noonan gets more starts in the coming week or so than UC Saros. So the Vancouver Canucks are a team that has definitely had their rumors mill flying all over the place and a lot of difficulties in their locker room and not the best play on the ice. And the Predators have certainly not put together the most consistent season to this point with only 18 victories, 48 games into the year. All right, that's got you set up for the Vancouver Canucks versus Nashville Predators. The Preds have beaten the Canucks twice this season. This is the final regular season meeting between these two teams. We'll be back with the Real Sports full game recap. We got to go back to a late night in Anaheim. And yeah, that's about it. Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back January 25th, the year 2025, when the Nashville Predators were in Anaheim to face off against the Ducks. For the first time this season, head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensemen in the following way, and we have an 11 forward, 7 defenseman alignment. Forsberg, Stamkos, Marchessault, O'Reilly, Nyquist, Novak, Svechkov, LaRue, Smith, McCarron, and Sissons are your forwards. Yossi and Barron, Shea and Blankenberg, Wilsby and Shen, Stastny is your 7th defenseman. UC Saros is your goaltender. At the 1 minute and 4 minute mark of the first period, we find the first action where Gibson comes up with a save on McCarron. At the 1:32 mark, Gibson another save, this time on Brady Shea's long shot. At the 2:42 mark of the first period, Saros comes up with a save on Killorn. That's the first touch of the game for UC Saros. But at 4:15 of the first, Minchikov's his 4th. It does not go well for UC Saros as he loses the initial shot and ultimately puts the puck in all by himself. Anaheim leads this game 1-0, and that is a bad early sign for UC Saros. 4:34 now of the first period. Saros comes up with a save on Terry. 6:17 mark of the first period. Saros comes up with a save on Carlson. 6:42. Gibson comes with a save on Steven Stamkos. 7:07 we find our first special team scenario of the game. Brady Shea off the box. 2 minutes for interference. Saros comes up with a save on McTavish. Then Saros comes up with a save on Terry. The Preds PK is able to survive. 9:50 of the first period. Now Gibson comes up with a save on March. So at the 13:13 mark of the first, Saros comes up with a save on Carlson's deflection. 14:50 the Preds break through with Nyquist's 9th goal of the season. A strong rush with speed through the neutral zone into the offensive zone, and then a backhand finish with authority. The Predators tie this game up at 1 apiece on Gus Nyquist's 9th goal of the season. 15:46 now of the first period. It's Terry off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Saros comes up with a save on Fabry, and the Preds PK does the job. 19:12 of the first period. Gibson a save on Nyquist, but at 19:55 of the first period, with the Predators seemingly in control and heading towards the intermission, Roman Josi turns the puck over horribly, and McTavish gets the finish at close range for his 10th goal of the season with 5 seconds to go there in the first period. And goals like that just are killers. Anaheim leads 2-1 going into the break. They're out shooting the Predators 15-10. Now, the Predators did have a bit of a buzzing shift there at the final minute or so of the first period, and this appears to be where John Gibson ended up getting injured. Upper body injury, did not return for the second period, so Dostal in for the Anaheim Ducks. Not a goal changing because of performance, injury related. 1:25 of the second period. Now it's Dostal coming in the save on Svechkov, his first save of the game. 1:51 now of the second period is Trouba off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Dostal comes with a save on Stamkos. The Preds power play unable to break through, but the Preds do gain some momentum. And then at the 5:07 mark of the second period, it's O'Reilly with his 14th goal of the season. He was the first on a loose puck in the blue paint, and he wasn't going to miss from just a foot away. It's 2-2 now at 5:07 of the second period. 5:43 now of the second is Dostal coming with a save on Sissons. The 6:10 mark of the second period. It's Minchikov off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Predators off the power play, and it's Dostal coming with a save on Stamkos. Then another save on Marchessault. Then a save on O'Reilly. Some of the heaviest work that Dostal would have to do in this entire game would come during this power play, but he would not relent. 10:37 now of the second period. We're more than halfway through this game already. Saros comes up with a save on Lacombe at 10:46. The second period. It's Harkins with his second goal of the season. A rebound put back from the fourth line grouping, and it's Barron losing his man as he peels off and gets to the rebound easily for the putback, giving the Anaheim Ducks a 3-2 lead. But then, immediately after, 11:48 of the second, it's Zegras with his 5th goal this season. Another rebound putback. No D support anywhere to be found. He was all alone in front, picked his spot. 4-2 in favor of the Anaheim Ducks. And yes, UC Saros is playing poorly at this point in the game, but the defense has suddenly withered. 13:25 of the second period. It's Dostal coming with the save on Forsberg. Big time follow-up by Marchessault. Good save sequence right there for the sudden net leader for the Anaheim Ducks in net. 13:33 now of the second period. Stamkos off the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. McTavish is going to score his 11th goal this season. A sharp angle one-timer as the D looks around trying to figure out what to do. This was part of a 4-shot barrage on the power play by the Anaheim Ducks, who now lead this game 5-2 and have just opened things up here in the second period. 17:39. The second. Dostal comes up with the save on Yossi. 18:40. Saros comes up with the save on Strome, and we hit the end of the second period with the Anaheim Ducks out shooting the Nashville Preds 29-27 and leading the game 5-2. We hit the clean sheet of the third period, and we're about to enter some low event hockey here. 1:06 now of the third period. Saros comes with a save on Terry. 2:46 of the third period. Dostal comes with a save on Novak. The 5:32 mark of the third period. Dostal comes with a save on Phil Forsberg. 7:19. Another save on Phil Forsberg at the 9:10 mark of the third period. Saros coming with a save on Frank Vatrano. 9:22. Following that up with a big save on Strome's deflection. We are already through half of the third period. No events really taking place at this point. 11:37 of the third. Dostal a save on Marchessault. 15:22. Dostal a save on Nyquist. 19-minute mark. Dostal a save on the captain, Roman Josi. The Predators never really mounted much of a comeback, and Dostal was very much in control of this game from the time he came in the third period. He was very, very strong, and the Anaheim Ducks basically just hung on until time ran out in this game. The Ducks do win this game. 5-2 is your total. No change in score there in the third period. The shots on goal of the Predators end up with 43, and the Anaheim Ducks end up with 35 shots on goal for this game. It's a really good high shot number, but the Predators in the third period unable to get the work done, unable to put the puck past Dostal, unable to come away with the victory, and the Predators split this road trip, win one in San Jose, lose one in Anaheim. Now we'll head back on home, but this is one of those brutal losses. Yes, Anaheim comparable in the standings, comparable in the statistics as well. So it's a flip of a coin game, but the Predators have been playing really good as of late, and there was a lot of big talk going into this game about the Predators had to finish this road trip strong. This was anything but that. This was a complete deflation and now a loss of confidence in the starting netminder for the Nashville Predators. UC Saros, a couple of days off. They've got to get their heads right because the chances are already slim. They're approaching none now for the playoffs. So the Predators got to get it together. This is a bad loss in Anaheim all the way across the board. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports Full Game Recap. Back with more after this.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
All right. Appreciate you sticking with us here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Long weekend, late night game times. Also had junior hockey with the Red River Spartans. Also had Renegades of Puck Hockey Club. A lot of great hockey going on around the Middle Tennessee area in the last couple of days. Let's go back and let's talk about the analysis from this game. Listen, it's not going to be a lot of fun, but let's get through it. UC Saros 30 out of 35 in this game, 5 goals against, and you could tell another one of these games where immediately right off the beginning of the game, he just didn't seem like himself. He kind of lost track of that that first goal, and he just puts it in off of his own skate, and then just rebounds all over the place. They're easily corralled by the opposition and put back into the net. The D support in front was lackluster, but UC Saros was worse than lackluster. And to be honest with you, I've already said it, I think 3 times. I think the team is starting to lose confidence in UC Saros as the starting netminder, and he's had a handful of games where the probabilities of making the playoffs are going from slimmer to none. He is definitely the reason why the Predators are slipping. That Anaheim game was one that there was a lot of big talk about how they had to finish the road trip strong, and they just weren't able to do it. Phil Forsberg does pick up 2 assists in this game, 6 shots on goal, continues to pace the Nashville Predators in scoring with 49 points. As a matter of fact, he's above a point per game now in scoring this season. His 30th and 31st assists of the season. He's the only Predator in the 40s in points. He'll be getting 50 at his next point. 18 goals, paces the Preds, 31 assists, paces the Preds, 49 points. Also paces the Preds and Phil Forsberg with 6 shots on goal and 22:01 in total time on ice. He was out there trying to get things done, but he just simply did not have enough people joining him along for the ride in this one. When it comes to O'Reilly, his goal, classic Ryan O'Reilly, bringing the jam. He gets to the blue paint, pounces on a loose puck, pushes it into the net. Also added a couple other shots on goal, 21:05 in total time on ice. And good to see O'Reilly out there doing the hard work, and he had other opportunities. I thought he was actually going to get at least one more in this game. Nyquist picks up a goal. That burst of speed through the neutral zone and that backhand finish was absolutely sick. At one point in time in this game, he did have an assist on his sheet, but that was taken off and switched. 3 shots on goal in total, 22-24 in total time on ice. Gus Nyquist out there. Listen, he hasn't made the biggest impact this season, not like last season, but this was a really, really nice taking the initiative and taking that rush through the neutral zone, building that speed and finishing with authority. More of that, please. Marchessault, 8 shots on goal, trying to keep all of his streaks going, but they all come to their conclusions. He's not able to generate a point in this game. 20-50 in total time on ice. And Marchessault, again, out there in a game where the Preds are not performing up to their capabilities, but Marchessault is out there working hard and doing what he can to try to get his team back in it, but he can't do it all alone. So again, spattering of players putting up average to above average performances, but overall the team just below subpar, lackluster. Really just a rough night to watch that game in Anaheim. The captain, Romeo, did have 4 shots on goal, skated 27-31 in a 7-defenseman alignment for this game. I hate 11 forward, 7 defenseman alignment. The Predators had healthy forwards. This was not an injury situation. Sometimes it's an emergency situation, but this was not. I don't like the 11-7. The Predators have not performed very well in the other times they've deployed the 11-7, and I don't really understand why Andrew Burnett did that for this game. He certainly had a healthy Heinestroza, who, again, underperforming, but certainly healthy and capable, and also had other options in the room. It's, again, I don't like the 11-7 alignment. I don't think it worked here in any way, shape, or form. The Predators just seemed discombobulated for a large portion of this game, and were able to put it together, a shift here, a shift there, but at no point in time were they consistent, and that's a bad taste, the ending of that road trip. Let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital Solutions, and then let's come back. Let's buzz through the box score, and then we're going to go back and talk about Red River Spartans and Clarksville versus Fort Wayne Spacemen this past weekend. So let's get to it right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know, because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in. Good, cool, hard numbers. Known as the box score. The goal scorers for the Predators, Nyquist and O'Reilly. 2 assists for Forsberg, paces the way. Willsby picks up the other assist in this game. Shots on goal, Marchessault trying to do what he can out there, generating 8 total shots on goal. Philip Forsberg with 6. Stamkos and Svechkov with 4. Yossi also with 4 shots on goal as part of the Nashville Predators. How many shots on goal did they finish with? 45 shots on goal. 45? Yeah, by the end of this game. Wow. That ended up being a pretty impressive number in the third period. It wasn't a high event third period by any means, but they did compile a high shot number, if you will. When it comes to the physical component of things, I thought the Predators could have been a lot more physical with the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, with Gudas and Trouba out there, they're looking for trouble at all times. So LaRue with his 4 hits and Barron with 3, that's good. But Sissons and Smith only contributing 2 and nobody else with more than 2 in the lineup. That's a missed opportunity right there against yes, Anaheim wants to play physical, but so what? Go play physical against them. Trouba out there trying to elbow everybody's head off, and Gudas is always a problem, so you should have stepped up for it. 22-24 in total time on ice for Gus Nyquist. 22-01 for Philip Forsberg. 21-05 for Ryan O'Reilly. 27-31 for Roman Yossi in this game to lead the way. So out of 7 defensemen, only one of them over 20 minutes. As a matter of fact, the second high was 18-06, so almost 10 minutes separation between Roman Yossi and the next defenseman as far as minutes played. And multiple forwards over 20 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forwards in this game skated over 20 minutes. That's taxing. It's too much, and it's one of the reasons the Predators didn't have the game that they needed to have. Again, I think this one's on the coaching staff to go with that alignment, unless there was a reason that was not articulated. Certainly could have been. It's a long way to Anaheim from where I'm sitting, so maybe I'm just missing something, but that alignment hurt this Predators team in this game. Your power play time on ice leaders: 4:12 for Marchessault, 4:01 for Ryan O'Reilly, 3:59 for Steven Stamkos, 3:59 for Roman Yossi. Your penalty kill time on ice leaders: 1:38 for Cole Smith, 1:35 for Colton Sissons, 1:07 for Blankenberg, and 1:06 for the captain, Roman Yossi. Other numbers bumping out of the box score: the power play was 0 for 3. The penalty kill was 1 for 2. Face-off winning percentage, 46.7. That's no good on my end. 16 hits, 12 blocked shots, 5 takeaways, 9 giveaways. This is subpar across the board for this Nashville Predators team. They're a 7th place team in the Central Division. I understand that, and I'm not being overly critical. They had an opportunity right here to continue building momentum and continue the win streak and all of the feel-good things that they had going on. But this just is a bit of a dagger right here. And again, every point lost, every opportunity lost, when it's as narrow a margin for error as it is going to seem much worse. So UC Saros was absolutely putrid in this game. 30 out of 35, 5 goals against, an 8.57 in-game save percentage, 24 even strength saves, 5 power play saves, 1 shorthanded saves. That's going to do it for the Preds coverage because I don't want to talk about them anymore. Listen, Red River Spartans were hosting the Fort Wayne Spacemen from the Midwest Division, the first place Spacemen, one of those popular logos in the USPHL and one of the most well-known teams nationally in the USPHL Premier. Came to Clarksville, and they were looking to take care of business against the Red River Spartans. Spartans holding down 4th place in the Great Lakes Division, which currently means they have control of their own destiny, and they could secure a playoff spot here in the coming weeks for the second time in team history in 3 years, second time consecutively. So I take you to Fordyce Center in Clarksville for night 1. Red River Spartans hosting Fort Wayne Spacemen, and there's about to be some collisions out there on the rink.
We've got the puck down here at the Fordyce Center. Spartans control. C.J. Davidson plays it to center ice right over that Nashville Predators crest. Blake Martino with his first touch and coming back to the team, sends the puck across, calls for it immediately to come back and goes to the slot area. Blake Martino hungry and looking to get on the score sheet again. He told me that just before the game. Fort Wayne gets to it first, keeps it in at the blue line. Big hit by C.J. Davidson, taking his man down, sends the puck over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for the shot, takes the shot, and that will be gloved. Good low shot right there by Gonzalez. That is some no half step and jam over there on the half wall. A third spaceman now comes into the battle. Wharton takes his man to the wall. You see the Spartans bench getting fired up. Again, heavy battle. It's thick traffic in the neutral zone. Neither team being willing to give an inch. Scully gets taken out hard. Number 96 for the Red River Spartans right there takes Scully into the board. That was Cohen Peterson with the big hit for the Spartans just in front of us here at the mobile perch. Shot come from the slot, backhander into the net. Took a second to corral that puck, but the backhander by Fort Wayne into the net, just under the crossbar. Really good, strong backhand. That's going to be number 27. It's been physical. It's been tenacious. The two teams have certainly competed for every single puck out here on the rink tonight. It's really good, strong USPHL Premier Division hockey is what it is. 3 rush. Cervenak maintains possession after being harassed. Cervenak gets taken out of the play. Almost a pure backdrop right there, but again, all deemed to be completely clean so far. Toussaint doubles back, kills some time, makes a slick play. Another slick play at the blue line, hands the puck off to left, and Bonneville shuts that down. Bodies come together in front of the net. We've got our first little scrum of the game right there. The walls have been rattled sufficiently this evening in the first period. If you were looking for a stress test to see if every single nut and bolt in the glass, the boards, and the apparatuses of the rink were solidified tonight, you're getting that test. But it's clean, it's hard hitting, and it's everything you want out of a hockey game. Bonneville under siege for much of the first period. The Spartans starting to balance things out a little bit, but yet to find the score sheet. Big hit by Landon Wharton. Using his frame, he's got another hit lined up. He takes his man into the corner for a second time. Good battle right there. Landon Wharton with a third hit right now, and he gets taken down on the retaliation. Kind of surprised that didn't draw the attention of the officiating crew. Landon Wharton, though, with 3 hits in the defensive end, maybe 3.5 on that one right there. Davidson sends it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez was trying to hit Lewis on the other side of the zone. Lewis now has the puck back, sends it towards the net. The Spartans get a deflection by Martino. Martino out fires it on net. Martino continues jamming away at the puck, and it will not go. The Red River Spartans bringing the jam right there, led by Blake Martino, Gonzalez, and Lewis. Gonzalez forces the turnover. The Spartans trying to get into the slot. Gonzalez picks it back up high, looking for the shot. Fires it in, and it's in the net. Gonzalez picks up the first goal of the game for the Red River Spartans, tying the game up at 1 apiece. Blake Martino off to the bench first. Oh, I messed it up. Blake Martino back to the bench first in his return to the lineup. Picks up the goal for the Red River Spartans, and we're tied at 1 apiece. Mayuk keeps it in with the glove, but the Spartans quick on it. Let's see how this elevates and escalates the Spartans' gameplay now that they've shown that they can break through on the Fort Wayne spacemen. Good sauce pass by Mayuk to Lacey, but Lacey gets stood up at the blue line, and that play is ruled offsides. An absolute massive hit by Magnus McKenzie, making himself very beloved here to the Spartans faithful, standing up his man at the blue line and forcing the play offsides. As we approach 11.5 minutes to go here in the second period, Spartans looking to get the puck back in the offensive zone. Landon Wharton took a massive hit, picks himself up though, gets right back in the play. Cervenak gets to it, sends it back into his own defensive end. That's going to allow Anthony Ponta to skate into it. Spartans put another big hit. Landon Wharton with another massive collision. Landon Wharton is laying the body all over the rink here in this second period. Spartans looking to break out of their own end, unable to do so, kept in by Fort Wayne. Played down below the goal line, now behind the net, attempt to get it to the slot. A lot of room right there, and Kershaw beats Bonneville from the slot area. The Fort Wayne spacemen back on top, 2-1 with 10:30 remaining here in the second period. Over the blue line with all 4. And they'll skate in and put the puck in the net. That was a rip off the inside of the post up high near the left 90. And the Fort Wayne spacemen open up a 3-1 lead here in the second period with 5:54 to go in the second. Sikowski leads for Wharton. Wharton's shot goes up high over the netminder for Fort Wayne. And then Wharton comes in and just absolutely buries his man, as we've seen a number of times here in this second period. Now we've got some retaliation and some escalation going on here in front of the net. We will get a penalty call. Fort Wayne controls, sends it down below the goal line, back to the slot, shot off of one of the Spartan defenders, knocked out of the way. Backstrom holds it in here at the blue line, surveys a little longer, looks this side, Kershaw takes the shot, backhander, scramble for the puck, and it is put in the net ultimately by the Fort Wayne spacemen. Off the wall, it would not go. Gonzalez pressuring him hard right there. Good job by the Spartans. Looking to be opportunistic right there. Gonzalez up to Davidson. Davidson over the line, fires it. Good job right there. One of the better shots the Spartans have had this period. Gathered in by the netminder, reversed around the wall, and a big hit awaits the spaceman defender right there. Gully makes a move to the interior, tries to send it back out to Robeson. Robeson, though, takes a massive hit and gets knocked down by number 86, Fernando Moreno of the Red River Spartan. And 2-on-3 rush into the Spartan zone, and a big open ice hit right there. Cohen Peterson for the Red River Spartans, 6'2", 229 pounds, and he used that large frame quite expertly right there. You hear that's brought a roar to the Ford Ice Center here in Clarksville, Tennessee, as we approach the middle point of the final frame. Puck is down. It's bouncing all over the place in front of the Spartans bench. That's allowing the players to physically collide, smash into each other, and try to make the play. Martino takes a big hit in his first game back, picks himself back up. We've got players coming together now, and we've got some physical altercations. Five minutes to go here in the third period, 29 seconds to go here in regulation. A trip is going to be called. Davidson fires, glove save. C.J. Davidson on the delayed penalty call brings the puck in the offensive zone. Gets a good shot, glove down. Fort Wayne, though, unable to capitalize on their numerous opportunities at the empty net. They'll come away with the puck now, fire it from their own defensive end, and this time it will go in. Lewis shoulders his man off of the puck as the Spartans look to break out. Opportunity for maybe one more rush before the end of this game. Cernak's not going to be able to get control of the puck. He goes all the way back down into the Spartan zone. The final 5 seconds of this game will tick away as the puck is battled for in the corner, and they'll hold until the buzzer. The Fort Wayne Spacemen come to Clarksville, Tennessee, and defeat the Red River Spartans by a score of 5-1, maintaining their position in first place in the Midwest Division. Great crowd here tonight at Ford Ice Center. They saw a highly competitive, physical hockey game that goes in the favor of the Fort Wayne Spacemen. 5-1 is your final. Fort Wayne outshoots Red River 43-22. Welcome back, Blake Martino, scoring a goal in his return for the Red River Spartans. The teams will shake hands, separate, go to their own locker rooms, and then we'll reset, and we'll get ready to do it again tomorrow. I'm Charlie Saunier, the voice of the Red River Spartans. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight and watching us on Flow Hockey. We'll be back tomorrow. 5-1 Spacemen here from Clarksville, signing off. You're watching Red River Spartans Hockey on Flow Hockey. We appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your time. And the most important thing of all, we appreciate each and every one of you. Good night.
Welcome back in. Spartans did not come out on top on the scoreboard, but they sure did put up a hard battle and a good fight against the Spacemen. They'll have another matchup again coming up on the next episode right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Really great to be back on the headset for the Red River Spartans. That was my 65th game called for the Spartans and my first game called for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Spacemen, a classy organization. They were very kind, very polite. Their head coach, their GM, everybody involved with their team was very, very professional and decent coming to town. That's what you would expect from a team that has a big national following like the Fort Wayne Spacemen do. Listen, before we get on out of here, that wraps up Red River Spartans. Let's talk Renegades of Puck Hockey Club. Made my return to the lineup after 6 months out with a broken ankle last night. Had to fill in on D, and that's not exactly my strong side, but I battled like hell. I blocked a couple of shots. I've got a bruise on the side of my leg that is absolutely growing with every hour of the day. I broke up a couple of plays. I took a really bad penalty in the third period. My team fell 5-3 after an empty net goal went in late, but damn it, those Renegades battled hard out there, and it sure was fun to be on the ice, and that's what hockey's all about. It doesn't matter what happens on the scoreboard. You go out, you battle, you skate as hard as you can, you try your best, and at the end of the night, you have a couple of beers with the Renegades, and you get up on Monday morning and feel extremely exhausted, tired, and bruised after not playing hockey for 6 months and then going out there and playing with reckless abandon the way only I can. It's called a no half-step and jam for a reason. I don't know how to do it any other way, and until I am completely broken by it, I'm going to continue doing it. Getting in front of a slap shot last night, hey, maybe not the best idea, but it was a one-goal game in the third period, and I wasn't about to let that puck get through. That's going to do it for this episode of the Renegades of Puck podcast. Episode number 959 is in the books. I got a couple of days between this show and the Preds' next game, so I expect we may see some updates, maybe on some injury fronts, maybe Luke Evangelista perhaps coming back into the lineup. We'll have to keep tracking that, so make sure you keep up with all of your great sources that cover those day-to-day transactions, because I'm getting out of the bunker for the next day. That's going to do it for this particular episode. As I always like to say, because it is extremely important for me to tell you this, I appreciate your viewership, I appreciate your time, and most importantly, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stick taps, love, and respect, Renegades. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.